So for number 2, parallel sides mean that they never cross. So this is a pair of parallel lines. This is a pair. This is a pair. This is a pair.
So,
They never pass. B is correct. And then D has 2 sets of parallel lines, right?
uh-huh.
Oh, wait. You said B?
Yeah.
Oh. A. So B has 2 sets of parallel lines. They go like this. And then the other ones go like this, right? So this is one set and this is another set. And then, of course, this has 2 sets. This is one set and this is another set. And then this has no parallel lines, right? Because this crosses if we were to continue. And parallel lines can never cross. And then there's nothing here. So the only one that has one set is this, because this will eventually cross, right? If we continued the shape. But this and this never cross. So if we have a shape that looks like this, these are not parallel, but these are. So this is the only one that has one set of parallel lines. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4. Fill in the sign that makes the sentence true. So what I'm going to show you is how to add fractions and subtract them. But if you don't add or subtract them, what you're going to find is the common denominator. Do you remember learning about that?
No.
Okay, so here are the steps, and this is going to take you a long time.
Miss Anne?
Yeah.
I remember learning about that, but I can't remember it.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So this takes a while sometimes. So you do have to continue to work on it until you get it. So what you're going to do, first step is you take the denominators and you count by the denominator until you get a common number. So, for example, this one, we're going to count up by 2s. And then this one, we're going to count up by 6s until we get a common number. So do we have a common number yet? Yes. It is 6. So you're going to change this to a 6 and you're going to change this to a 6. And then we can't just change a 2 to a 6. So how would I get my 2 to a 6? What would I multiply it by?
2 times 3.
3. Yep. Anything I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. So 1 times 3 is 3. And then this is already a 6, so I just multiply this by 1. Now we can see which one is bigger. Is 3 6 bigger or is 2 6 bigger?
3 6.
Yeah, so then we're going to say, well, our original problem was 1/2 is greater than, less than, or equal to 2 6. We know this was our 1/2 and this is the bigger one, so then we fill in our greater than. 1/2 is greater than 2 6. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 12 is a distributive property, which means that we're going to multiply 4 times 4,000. Sorry, 5. 5 times 600, 5 times 30, and 5 times 2. Because to distribute means we take this 5 and we distribute the 5 to the 4,000, the 600, the 30, and the 2. Does that make sense to you? Or
yes.
No? Okay. So we know 5 times 4 is 20, and then we need to write these 3 zeros. We know 5 times 6 is 30, and then we have to write these 2 zeros. Is this making sense to you or no?
Yes.
Okay. And then 5 times 3 is 15, and then we take the 0, we add it in, and then 5 times 2 is 10. When we add all 4 of these together, we're going to get our answer. So it's 20,000, and then 3,000, and then 160, because this and this equal 160. Is that clear, or does it not make sense?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, and now we're going to write the number in expanded form. So you learned this probably the first or second week of school, which is probably why you don't remember it. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand out each of these digits. So this stands for what number? 70,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
This stands for what number? 5,000.
Yeah.
This stands for what number?
600.
This stands for what number?
10 or 800.
80.
80.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that is expanded form. You basically take every digit and you tell the person looking at the paper what each digit is worth.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I, for that, is it okay if, is it okay people do, do they have to, say the number, 600, or do they just say, 100?
So you would say 70,000 plus 5,000 plus 600 plus 80 plus 3. And then the number altogether is called 75,683.
Okay.
All right. Then the last one is the matrix model. You said 15 was tricky, right? So the matrix model is this one that you learned where you make the box. And we have 52 times 51. So you're going to make a box like this, and you're going to write 50 and 2 and 50 and 1. Do you remember
Kind of.
learning this? Okay, so basically, you know how we just expanded it out? We're going to put this, what it's worth, here, and then we're going to put this, what it's worth, here. Then we're going to put this next number down here. What is it worth? 50. And then what is this worth here? And then everywhere that this meets, that's the number that you're multiplying. So you're doing 50 times 50. So I'm going to do 5 times 5 is 25, and then I have to add 2 zeros. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And then 50 times 2, 5 times 2 is 10, and then add another 0.
Okay.
And then 50 times 1, so this and this, wherever it meets, that's the number that you're going to fill in. 50 times 1 is 50, and then we're going to do 1 times 2 is 2. Now we add all of these together. And then we just need one addition sign.
Okay.
And then 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 0 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. So there are actually, I think, quite a lot of these that you can skip ahead and do in your lesson book. So lesson 4, there's number 10. So I want you to try number 10 on lesson 4, and you can set the problem up and then tell me what you did.
Okay. We on number 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put me on mute, honey. I'm going to go ahead and just go to lesson 4, but I don't want you to hear it. I want you to concentrate on what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, so Gabrielle found 90. This is lesson 4, number 1. Found 94 acorns. Did you mute me, honey?
I don't know how. I can't mute you.
Okay, I'll mute me. I don't think it'll mute.
Okay.
Okay, so Gabrielle found 94 acorns on her nature hike. That is 15 more than Tommy. So we're just going to write that information out. Gabrielle, 95, and then Tommy equals, 15 less, because Gabrielle found 15 more. So that means Tommy is 15 less than her. How many did Tommy find? So we can either do 95 minus 15, or we can do 15 plus something equals 95, and then find what this something is, and that would be our answer. So it is 80. Okay, number 2, factor pairs for 18. So what we're going to do for this one is we write the number, and then we go and we look at all the numbers that can be divided into 18. Can 1 be divided into 18? Yes. Can 2? Yes. Can 3? Yes. How about 4? No, because there's no such thing. 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4, 4 times 5. None of those are going to equal 18. How about 5? Nope, because if we count up by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, none of them are going to equal 18. How about 6? Yes. How about 7? No. How about 8? Nope. How about 9? Yes. 9 times 2, right? And then once we get to the half of the number, we can then stop asking if our numbers go into it, and then close it off with the number we started with. So that's step 1. And then step 2 is you draw a rainbow.
And?
Yes, honey. Yes?
I just finished number 10.
Okay, awesome. Then the second step is you draw a rainbow from the first number to the last number, the second to the second. And then these become, wherever the rainbow touches, these are our factor pairs. So we have 1 and 18, we have 2 and 9, and then we have 3 and 6. So that is what you do when they ask you to find the factor pairs of a number. Okay. All right, we're going to do rounding. So round to the nearest 100,000, sorry. And the number, it's number 8 on page 8. There's, number 9. The number is 567,243. So the number is 567,243. To round, they want us to round to the nearest 100,000s. So you go, this is the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. So this is the number they want us to round to. So step 1 is to underline the digit that they want us to round to. Then you go 1 space to the right and you say 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. So the underlined digit is the one that's either going to soar or it's going to rest. Since this number is 5 or more, this 5 is going to soar, and the only number that it can soar to is a 6. It can only go up one number, or it could rest at 5 if this number is 4 or less. So we have 6 for this digit, and then we're going to count how many zeros we're going to put. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to put 5 zeros. And the reason why I put 5 zeros is the remaining digits that I have after the underlined digits all become a 0. So this becomes a 0, this becomes a 0, 0, 0, 0. If the number was something like this, I would still do my first step, underline the digit. Then I go here and I say 4 or less, let it rest, 5 or more, let it soar. Since this is a 4 or less, this number rests at a 5, and then we fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So now you can look in the book and you can look for anything that says find the factor pairs of a number and then rounding. Those are the ones that you can do. You can also do expanded form. So expanded form on number 12, page 8, they said 56,241. Remember, expanded form means that we take the digit and we talk about what it's worth. This is a 5, but it's worth 50,000. This is a 6, but it's worth 6,000. This is a 2, it's worth 200. This is a 4, it's worth 40, and this is a 1. So that's expanded form. So now you can do all of those ones that are like that.